Here, in the previous classes, we can discuss about the whole concept of compound angles. Then today we can discuss multiple angles. Multiple angles. Here, in this concept, A is given angle. A is a given angle. A is a given angle, then multiple of these angle is represented by 2a, 3a, 4a, so on. These are the multiple angles. Here A is a given angle. A is a given angle, then multiple of this given angle is 2a, 3a and 4a, so on, are called multiples of angles. By using the concept of compound angle, we can discuss the formula like 2a, 3a concepts. Here, first one, we know that sine of a plus b. We know that the formula for sine of a plus b is equal to sine a cos b plus cos a sin b. We know that the formula sine of a plus b is equal to sine a cos b plus cos a sin b. Suppose that implies a is equal to b. Suppose a is equal to b, then this formula can be written as sine of a. B value is equal to a. Again, we can consider as a. Here, sine a into cos b values again cos a, because a is equal to b, plus cos a into sin b value is sin a. Here sin a cos a, sin a cos a. Here addition of this one, sin of 2a, a plus a, sin of 2a is equal to sin a into cos a, sin a into cos a, middle plus irodrinda 2 sin a cos a is here. This is the one important formula. Sin of 2a is equal to 2 sin a cos a. Here this formula is we get sin of a plus b form. We know that the sin of a plus b is equal to sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. Here suppose a is equal to b, angle a is equal to angle b, then we can put in place of b a. Here a plus a, we get 2a. In place of b, we can add a. Here b, we can substitute as a. Then sin a cos a plus sin a cos a. Product irodrinda here add these two one, we get 2 sin a cos a. We remember the formula sin of 2a is equal to 2 sin a cos a. 2 sin a cos a. Sin of 2a is equal to 2 sin a cos a. Similarly, we know that the formula, we know that cos of a plus b, cos of a plus b, we know that cos of a plus b is equal to cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. We know that the formula cos of a plus b is equal to cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. Again here we get a is equal to b. Suppose a is equal to b, then we can add cos of A plus A is equal to cos A cos B value. Here cos A into again cos A. Cos A. Because B value A is equal to B, then substitute in place of B we get A. Then minus sin A into sin A. Because A is equal to B. Cos of 2A is equal to, here cos square A into cos square A. Value is cos square. Cos A into cos A is cos square A minus sin A into sin A value, sin square A. Sin square A. Here again we get the formula cos of 2A is equal to cos square A minus sin square. Here sin of 2A is equal to 2 sin A cos A, then cos of 2A is equal to cos square A minus sin square. Here from this one, from equation 1, called equation number 1, from this equation again we get two formula. Cos of 2A is equal to cos square A minus sin square A. Then cos of 2A is equal to cos square A. Cos square A as it is minus sin square A changes as 1 minus cos square A. 1 minus cos square A, because sin square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. That implies sin square A is equal to 1 minus cos square A, because sin square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. Here we get sin square A. Sin square A is equal to 1 minus cos square A. Here sin square A is equal to 1 minus cos square A. We substitute sin in place of sin square, 1 minus cos square A. Here cos of 2A is equal to cos square A minus 1 minus of minus plus cos square A. Cos square A is equal to, cos of 2A. Cos of 2A is equal to cos square A. Here cos square A plus cos square A, value is 2 cos square A minus 1. Here this is also very important form. Here cos of 2A is equal to cos square A minus sin square A is one formula. Then cos of 2A is equal to 2 cos square A minus 1, another formula. Similarly, we get cos of 2A is equal to cos square A minus sin square. Here, this is the formula. Cos of 2A is equal to cos square A minus sin square A. Consider cos of 2A is equal to cos square A minus sin square A. Then here cos of 2A is equal to, here sin square will changes 1 minus cos square A. Here cos square will be changes as 1 minus sin square. 1 minus sin square A minus sin square A. Here cos square changes to 1 minus sin square A minus sin square A. Then finally cos of 2A, cos of 2A is equal to 1 minus sin square A minus sin square A. Value is minus 2 sin square. Minus 2 sin square A. Here in this concept we get three formula. Sin of 2A is equal to 2 sin A cos A. One formula. Another one is cos of 2A is equal to cos square A minus sin square A. Cos of 2A is equal to 2 cos square A minus 1. Cos of 2A is equal to 1 minus 2 sin square. Here basic three important formula we can remember. Here we know that sin of 2A formula and cos of 2A formula. Similarly, we know that the formula tan of a plus b is equal to tan a plus tan b divided by 1 minus tan a into tan b form. We know that the formula tan of a plus b is equal to tan a plus tan b divided by 1 minus tan a into tan. Suppose here a is equal to b. Then tan of a plus a, in place of b we can add a. Here tan a plus, in place of b we can substitute as a, tan a divided by 1 minus tan a into tan a. Tan a value, tan of a plus b is equal to tan a plus tan b divided by 1 minus tan a into tan b. Suppose a is equal to b, then tan of a plus a, that is equal to tan of 2a. Tan of 2a is equal to tan a plus tan a, value is 2 tan a. 2 tan a divided by 1 minus tan a into tan a, value is tan square a. Tan square a. Here we get another important formula is tan of 2a is equal to 2 tan a divided by 1 minus tan square a. Here this formula we get tan of a plus b is equal to tan a plus tan b divided by 1 minus tan a into tan b. Suppose a is equal to b, in place of b we substitute a, then we get the tan of 2a is equal to 2 tan a divided by 1 minus tan square a. Okay. Here very important formula is sin of 3a is equal to 3 sin a minus 4 sin cube a. Similarly, cos of 3a is equal to 4 cos cube a minus 3 cos a. Here is a very important formula. Sin of 3a is equal to 3 sin a minus 4 sin cube a, as well as cos of 3a is equal to 4 cos cube a minus 3 cos a. Here proof. Consider LHS. Here sin of 3a is equal to sin of a plus 2a. Sin of a plus 2a. Here sin of a plus 2a is equal to, we know that the formula sin of a plus b. Here sin of a plus b is equal to sin a cos b. We know that the formula here sin of a plus b is equal to sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. Sin. Here in place of a is there, in place of b 2a is there. Here from sin of, in place of a is there, sin a into cos of, in place of b 2a is there, plus cos a into sin b value is sin of 2a. Sin of 2a. Here consider LHS part. Sin of 3a, consider LHS part is sin of 3a. Sin of 3a is split as sin of a plus 2a. Here sin of a plus a in the form of sin of a plus b. We know that the formula sin of a plus b is equal to sin a cos b plus cos a sin b form. Applying this form, here we get this result. Sin of a plus a is written as sin of 3a is equal to, here sin a as this into cos 2a formula. There are two formula here. Cos of 2a is equal to cos square a minus sin square a, 1 minus 2 sin square a, 2 cos square a minus 1. But result is in terms of sign, we can add here 1 minus 2 sin square a plus cos a into, we know that the result cos of 2a is equal to 2 sin a cos a result. Cos a result. Here sin of 3a is equal to multiply sin a minus 2 sin cube a plus here 2 sin a into cos square into cos square. Cos a into cos a value is cos square a. Cos square a. Sin of 3a is equal to here sin a minus 2 sin cube a plus 2 sin a. Here cos square changes as 1 minus sin square a. 1 minus sin square a. Sin of 3a is equal to sin a minus 2 sin cube a plus 2 sin a multiplying 2 sin a. 2 sin a, 2 sin a into 1 value is 2 sin a minus 2 sin cube a. 2 sin cube a. Sin of 3a is equal to here sin a plus 2 sin a value is 3 sin a. 3 sin a minus 2 sin cube a minus 2 sin cube a value is 4 sin cube a. 4 sin cube. Here this is our final result. Sin of 3a is equal to 3 sin a minus 4 sin cube a. Sin of 3a is equal to 3 sin a minus 4 sin cube a. Here consider LHS part. Sin of 3a is split as a plus 2a. Here this is the form of sin of a plus b. We know that the formula sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. In place of a is there. In place of b, 2a is there. We can substitute here. Then we know that the formula cos of 2a 1 minus 2 sin square a. Here sin of 2a formula is 2 sin a cos a. Then multiplying we get the result. Sin of 3a is equal to 3 sin a minus 4 sin cube a. Similarly, cos of 3a value. Cos of 3a is split into cos of a plus 2a. Again we know that the formula cos of a plus b is equal to cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. Here in place of a is there, in place of b 2a is there. Then cos of a plus 2a value is 3a is equal to cos a into cos b value. In place of b 2a is there minus in place of a as this, then sin a value into sin b value. Sin of b 2a substitute. Here cos of 3a is equal to cos a. Here cos of 2a formula. Here we can get the result as in terms of cos. Here 2 cos square a minus 1. Here cos of 2a formula 1 minus 2 sin square a. Here because result, we get the result in terms of sine. Here we get the result in terms of cos. We can use the formula 2 cos square A minus 1 minus sine A into sine 3, 2 sine A cos A. Formula: cos of 3A is equal to, here cos A multiplied, we get 2 cos cube A minus cos A minus 2 sin square A into cos A cos of 3A is equal to 2 cos cube A minus cos A minus 2 cos A. Here sin square is represented as 1 minus cos square A, 1 minus cos square A. Here 2 cos A we can take as first one. Here sin square A, 1 minus cos square A. Cos of 3A is equal to 2 cos cube A minus cos A minus multiply 2 cos A minus of minus plus 2 cos cube A, 2 cos cube A, 2 cos cube A. Here 2 cos cube A plus 2 cos cube A. Value is cos of 3A is equal to 4 cos cube A minus cos A minus 2 cos A. Value is minus 3 cos A. Minus 3 cos A. Here these two are very important results, because here sin of 3A is equal to 3 sin A minus 4 sin cube A. Cos of 3A value is 4 cos cube A minus 3 cos A. Here very important result. Very important another result is tan of 3A is equal to 3 tan A minus tan cube A divided by 1 minus 3 tan square A. Consider again LHS. Consider LHS part. Tan of 3A. Tan of 3A is written as tan of A plus 2A. Tan of A plus 2A. Here this is in the form of tan of A plus B. We know that the result tan of A plus B is equal to tan A plus tan B divided by 1 minus tan A into tan B. Tan, in place of A is there. In place of B, 2A is there. Here tan of A plus 2A value is 3A is equal to tan A plus tan B values, tan of 2A whole divided by 1 minus tan A into tan B value is tan of 2A. Here tan of 3A is equal to tan A plus, we know that the formula tan of 2A is 2 tan A divided by 1 minus tan square A whole divided by 1 minus tan A into tan of 2A formula is 2 tan A divided by 1 minus tan square A, 1 minus tan square A. Here substitute tan of 2A is equal to 2 tan A divided by 1 minus tan square A. Here again we get tan of 2A value is 2 tan A divided by 1 minus tan square. Take LCM. Here tan of 3A is equal to tan A into 1 minus tan square A, 1 minus tan square A plus 2 tan A, 2 tan A divided by 1 minus tan square A whole divided by 1 minus tan square A, 1 minus tan square A minus here tan A into 2 tan A value is 2 tan square A divided by 1 minus tan square A. 1 minus tan square A, 1 minus tan square A get cancelled. Here tan of 3A is equal to multiply tan of A into 1 is tan of A minus tan cube A plus 2 tan A, 2 tan A whole divided by 1 minus tan square A, 1 minus tan square A minus 2 tan square A. Here tan A plus 2 tan A value is here tan of 3A is equal to 3 tan A minus tan cube A. Here tan A plus 2 tan A value is 3 tan A minus tan cube A divided by 1 minus tan square A minus tan square A minus 2 tan square A value is minus 3 tan square A. So this is the final result regarding to tan of 3A. Tan of 3A is equal to 3 tan A minus tan cube A divided by 1 minus